And welcome back to the first day of the King's Cup, and here we are, your casting team for the second game of the third series between VGJ.Storm and Leviathan. I am Jack. I was about to say as usual, but I'm usually not your play-by-play caster. And next to me are, introduce yourselves.
I'm Lacoste, I'm the co-caster. Usually that's my role, so I'm pretty chill.
All right, I am
Left.
I'm Dakota, and I am acting as OBS for this game. I've missed 2 kills
67
so far.
out of 45 kills.
I'm gonna move it a little closer. There you go.
And we currently have Grant, who is definitely usually not the king.
We have Grant as the king, per normal, is
Per
what Jack
normal.
meant to say. As a play-by-play, Jack, you got to hype me up, because I am the star of the show right now. You know, that's why I've got, you see this, look at it. Oh, oh. I forget how mirrors work. That's the pointy crown, and it feels good. It just feels good.
It just looks right.
Yeah, it really does. Tomorrow when I'm on the King's thing again, you guys are mad as
What-
hell. Sorry.
What kind of game 2 would you like to see to appease the king?
20-minute game.
Well, we've seen the whatever team wins the first game, yeah, the other game ends in 19 to 20 minutes in the same person. I would like to see a BSJ just pick a hero and go nuts. That's what I want. That's what I want to see. The problem was he played PL. I don't think he came to one team fight, and I mean the PL's really not supposed to, but he went treads, so he should have been at fights. I don't know. I want to see BSJ be involved.
Okay, cool.
Just want to point out we've got some breathing going on, so I think all of us should stop breathing.
Stop
immediately
breathing
to
for a
deal with
moment.
that.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's find out what that's all about. As we have the start of the draft here for game 2. Grant, I like that you're a very hands-on king. You participated a lot in that game just now.
What he's trying to say is, hey, can you help me out some more during these play-by-play
It's real good,
moments?
Grant. Enjoy. You're a king of the people.
I'm a king of the people. You know, I do it for the people. I do it with the people. I just believe the people are what got you to where you're at. But fuck some of the people. They think they're hot shit. They think they can do what I can do. I've run this country and this state and everything for a while. You know, I don't like some of them talking back, but it's all good.
All right, it's getting to your head. I've heard better king speeches than that, that's for sure. So, draft early on here.
All right.
VGJ.Storm starting off with the Nature's Prophet and Night Stalker banned out. They're going to pick up that AA first.
Damn.
Leviathan responds with
Whoa.
the Bloodseeker, and we could have, I don't know about the length of this game, but we could have one of our fastest drafts ever here as a Earth Spirit coming out immediately. As a Leviathan, is this a newbie impression or what?
No, you know, this is what our Royal Highness King Grant was talking about during the paneling before this series, Flea,
Nope.
known as
Other side, actually.
oh yeah, you're right. I'm
But I
like
did
looking
say,
around like,
we did say
"Ugh."
Newsham as well.
Newsham is also
Newsham
an Earth Spirit
Jenkins,
player. You're
it's-
right. He is.
And Bloodseeker, we've seen a lot of it. It seems like Leviathan's using more of an in-house league drafting here. I mean, we've seen a lot of Bloodseekers actually get picked up in FPL, but this is the first time we're going to see it actually playing. It's first picked. I wouldn't say there's many direct counters to it, but just bully him in lane, bully him in the mid game, and he won't do anything.
Here's the Earthshaker coming out there from VGJ.Storm. Again, a hero that does fit in multiple positions. It can be run by that offlaner as well. I think Snape put in some pretty good performances with him back during the qualifiers that we all casted together. So
Yep.
some good stuff. We'll see where that goes here because Fleet did run him last game.
I think it's going to be. I just haven't seen offlane Earthshaker in a long time. Like, we saw it so much, and it fell
Saw
off the
it
face
in
of the
the
earth.
series today. Who was playing
When
it?
Demon played it? Oh, you're right, it was. It didn't feel like he was offlaning, but you're right, he technically was.
Yeah.
Been seeing a lot of the Tidehunter instead come out
Yeah.
for the offlane grabbing Bad Rider, who you see is banned out right now.
Yep. No Necro. Necro didn't get picked in the first phase when it could have. Interesting. First time I think it got through, actually.
Yeah, I thought they were going to go for Necro because they first picked AA.
Yeah. But no, I guess they just wanted the Earthshaker. Wanted to leave their space more open, I guess.
Or maybe not giving enough credit to Leviathan,
Yeah.
thinking that they weren't going to ban it. Hoping that they could have been a bit greedy to pick up the Earthshaker first and then follow up with the Necro in the second phase. But they are going to get denied the Necro and also the anti-mage ban.
The AA is also something that's in kind of a unique position for supports. I mean, aside from being decent in lane or being able to combo, which many supports can already do, I think there aren't too many supports that have that kind of global reach as the AA does. And
Shooting Jays on VGJ.
from downtown.
You know, it's only appropriate on a Jeremy Lin team. busting out some
they're
J's.
straight up just full court chucks. Like we're
They
talking
are.
Like 90 feet here. And
I'm expecting some more global presence from VGJ. Storm,
Nature's Prophet.
Nature's Prophet, maybe
Yeah.
even Invoker. Does your team play Invoker?
He can definitely play it.
I'm
I
not allowed
haven't
to
seen him.
divulge secrets like that because
Yeah, I will.
He doesn't know. He got out of that
Yeah,
one
you
so
don't
well.
even know your own team, Jack.
Yeah, back when he went by 747, he played a bit of Invoker. I just don't see anyone else playing it except Ryle, just because that's kind of like a pub stomp hero. And it looked like they were playing that pretty pub stompy.
he plays Invoker.
Yeah, I just said that, Jack.
Jeez.
747 plays Invoker.
Dakota, anything you want to say?
He also plays OD, but I don't think we'll see OD. I don't know. I think my biggest like 747 witnessed ass beating games were him playing a lot of OD. Sorry, my stomach. I'm a bit hungry.
Back in the days when Roya was 747 or was Susie and when Dakota was Cuddle Guy.
Yeah, olden days, Void Boys times.
And I had an underscore.
Yeah, and you were playing. Grant
I was
was
just chilling
irrelevant,
probably still.
more relevant
Yeah.
than he is now.
Yep, for sure. Back my Neo Bets days.
How close are you to that Walmart silver pin?
About 6 months now. 10
Is it really a
years.
silver pin?
It's a silver badge.
Silver.
Yep. And
Someone
What do you
told
get?
me-
You just get a badge for what? 10 years of service?
Yeah.
I think I was trolled
Wow.
by a certain hotbit, but he told me that you get a 10% discount for life after that. Is that true?
That's after 20 years. No. I mean, you get a 10% always, but
Yeah.
after you hit 20 years, you keep it forever, even when you quit.
Whoa.
Can you keep it after you die?
Sure.
Hand it off to your second generation.
Yeah.
I bestow this Walmart discount onto you, young
Grant-
Harris.
Young Grant Jr.
Young Grant Jr.
Man, I think I'd make some pretty good. I think I'd make a great dad. Now that I think about it, I'm fun, but not too fun. If the kid
Yeah, the
does
problem
something
is
dumb,
how
put
do
it
you
in
find the wife?
Whoa, have you seen? Yeah, whoa.
Whoa.
He
All
is
right,
the
let's
king.
pause.
He is the king, and he has a fresh haircut.
Oh,
Yeah.
you can just buy a wife.
Yeah, exactly. No, you're gonna see after today. How about this? Maybe I might bring a queen on tomorrow, huh? How about that, huh?
Damn.
Because I'm gonna be the king again, so I'm gonna have a queen. I was gonna say a wench, but I think she'll be a little more,
Clean?
queenie. Yeah.
Queenie.
Queen.
Oh, I love this fun little pickup. Pugna.
Yeah, that's something else that the AA could potentially be an annoyance for. I mean, like, obviously not being able to heal with that life drain, especially if you're playing this hero as a core. Like, you're going to be pretty much depending on that to kill stuff to keep people at bay. So
Oh,
That's a great pick, though. I'm
that's a
not a fan
off
of the
lane.
Pugna.
Nyx. We haven't seen that in a while.
Because he was banned pretty much.
No, but I mean, I just mean in general. When we do see him, he's just always a 4-roll. I have not seen offlane Nyx in
This is Jenkins, though.
a ton of time. Yeah.
that is a nice pickup. And since VGJ.Storm themselves banned out that Lifestealer, who is seen as a good matchup for some of these heroes, but also is good against the Nyx, that makes
Yeah.
the Nyx pick a little bit more appealing in that light.
So I believe Leviathan. I know Sammy Boy as well as BSJ play Bloodseeker, so still not really sure where that one's going. They just take the Chaos Knight, so
Jeez.
middle Pugna it looks like.
It felt like for a while CK was like super hot.
Yeah.
I can't remember what event it was, but he was like the go-to over
MDL,
your
Dakota,
jugs.
that was
Yeah,
us.
everyone
This
was
is a
picking it.
Yeah,
Chinese,
MDL. That's what it
This
was.
is a Chinese LGD LFY draft here.
Yeah. What happened with
The Storm?
CK after that MDL like popular? All teams of all regions were really kind of putting it into their lineup, Wisp or not.
They're going that 1-4-4. You have the CK and AA natural synergy. You have Earthshaker, considered one of the counters against CK, who's in their lineup now. And then just a hero that if you don't have, if you look at the Leviathan lineup right now, there's really nothing that answers CK in the mid to late game. Like, this hero just becomes a terror, right? He gets extremely tanky. Nothing like really clears, does reliable AoE here on Leviathan in the amount that you'd need to deal with farm delusions. So it's going to be a tough thing for them to deal with.
Yeah, Bloodseeker on if it's a Bloodseeker on mid, he will have hard time playing against Pugna. So I expect him to be on a safe lane.
Yep. Is there a chance we see I think that was a late Dota 1 AA Chaos Knight middle. Very strong lane. I think when you don't max stun, though, it's not quite as strong, I guess. So probably not. You're
You
right,
can
it's
just time it right with Reality Rift and Cold Feet. You have a guaranteed stun.
This could just be an is there a chance of aggro on VGJ? With AA is always one of those, you throw out Chilling Touch, everyone, it's just 150 damage a hit from all 3 heroes. Well, 50 each. I divided.
I mean, you went ahead in the math there. It's fine.
I went a little ahead, yeah.
It's all good.
I think they have a lot of ways to go. Same with even Leviathan. I mean, they could run. I mean, they just have a strange assortment of heroes. They could run anywhere.
Yeah, I mean, is it Bloodseeker BSJ is the thing? Like, it feels like a BSJ kind of a hero for sure.
It is. I've seen them both
yeah.
play it a lot, so I bet they're fighting over like I want to play, and the other guy's like, no, you're gonna play some garbage hero. It is a BS. So BSJ is their captain and drafter in the 1 role, just like Eternal Envy, I believe, is with his new team, which a lot of people find interesting.
It's some people I've heard, now this is not confirmed, that for those kind of players like Envy and stuff, like they go on these teams, but they're like, I'm willing to be a part of this, but I also want to be the leader, shot caller, drafter. I want this to be a team that is able to hear my voice and we can kind of go far. So I don't know if that's an agreement like BSJ came in when he was joining Leviathan, or EE going over to Fnatic, but I have heard of that. Brewmaster yet again.
This feels like a
Trunky.
We've seen offlane Pugnas though. What do you think it's going to be, Jack?
This is probably the offlane
Brew?
Brewmaster,
Okay.
especially if it's
That's what
up
I
against a Bloodseeker. A huge annoyances with that Drunken Haze.
Mm-hmm.
Going to be able to stop him from farming or even healing sometimes from blasts. Can potentially even bully him a little bit if it's a one-on-one.
They need something to clear the illusions, some more control, even for this Brewmaster and Pugna.
Like a sniper. Is that too out of control to be able to shoot down the ward from afar? Maybe something that could just get a Mjolnir, Maelstrom or something to burst through CK?
I don't think that's enough. They have a Bloodseeker for super late game. They need something like a Puck Invoker.
Monkey. So it is going to be
So, farming Monkey King.
Sammy Boy Bloodseeker, yeah.
Yeah.
So this is interesting
The
because
BSJ Monkey King.
in China, Monkey King, Safeline Monkey King was being used to counter CK quite a bit in high-level pubs for a little bit. So you saw this at TI as well. I think LFY picked it from Monet a few times. If he goes for the Battle Fury build, the hero has a lot of mobility and farms very quickly, almost like anti-mage-like with farming efficiency. And then if you talk about kind of relatively sufficient, like solo laners against, say, a Brewmaster or anybody solo, like Monkey King's pretty good against most heroes solo. So
He's just a good hero.
Yeah.
surprised we
I'm
haven't seen
wondering
more.
why Monkey King is a half-ranged hero, half melee. Is there any logical
He's got that long-ass
explanation
staff, that's why.
No, they
behind
just-
that?
according to lore, that staff, it can become just about anything. Like you can change the weight, the range, the length. It's like the morphling of weapons.
That ain't me.
So, it's lore reasons, Lacoste.
Oh, it was Flea.
Oh.
I was like, that wasn't me. I wasn't doing anything. All right. No, I think Monkey King, we saw it in preseason of FPL. Like, Arteezy Mason played it nearly every game. It wasn't banned, then it just fell off. And it is one of those heroes, like, versus Troll, the Monkey King can, like, outrange Whirling Axes. It's definitely a very interesting ranged melee hero that I'm not a fan of that aspect of him. And his Boundless Strike is very good early
300
game.
range.
Yeah, he's nuts. He's just nuts.
Banana Slam Jam, I've been playing a decent amount of Monkey King. It's funny because we had that Jack pub report earlier, but before that we made a test shot pub report that I was practicing with, and I was talking about Banana Slam Jam, of feeding a lot of Monkey King in that. He had like 8 straight games or something. He was binging it on his stream. It's just such an appropriate hero for the name that, you just got to do it.
Yeah, it turns into the banana. Even that's the classic too.
All
hey,
right,
little
you will-
Kabutoss.
You want to predict?
This is interesting because both teams open smoked and wanted to contest the safe rune from the other side, and they're now behind each other in this interesting reversal here. And hostilities are going to begin here in the river. They have to be careful of that Earthshaker, the ability to create terrain. A couple patches of this fight breaking off here. CK is going to pull back the Rubik. The Sun's going to connect. Are they going to have enough to bring him down, though?
He's on the wrong side. If he chili fingers, they could just get him.
At 290, so Rubik not the fastest of heroes. Flea's going to have a stun back up in 8 seconds, but looks like he'll have to abandon pursuit here, as ultimately 3 of the bounty runes do go the way of VGJ.
And a lot of people, it's not worth giving up first blood to get a bounty rune now. You only get 100 gold while you give away experience and over 300 gold, so smart they didn't die to get it.
Now looking at the main matchups, it's going to be snaking up against Jenkins bottom, and Bloodseeker will be mid against Slayer up against Roya, and finally top it is going to be a tri-lane with that AA. Again, that flexibility is offered there to create a really strong tri-lane, so it's going to be tough for the Monkey
He eats the
King.
tree, doesn't he? Just kill him? Oh, they're
It's gonna
trying
be
to.
hard for BSJ. He did not pick up that bounty rune, so he has 2 Sleepers of Agility. Just gonna get harassed. Can't even farm the few waves.
Yeah, you just
Yeah,
see
and
where
as a result,
Flea.
Nusham is going to try to rotate here mid on Pugna.
Ooh.
Pugna was moving forward at the time, so the roll is going to miss. He's going to retreat back to the safety of his tower, but the Bloodseeker might be able to benefit if he skills Thirst at level 2. So
The roll is not easy to land this since they nerfed it down. I don't know if the day would come where Valve would say, let's
Enough with the
adjust it.
nerfs.
Yeah, let's actually stop nerfing him and see if we give him anything positive, but I don't know. It still feels like it's like you got to be a specialist, or you have to have as a specialist, and you got to be able to really line up those rolls.
Yep. The tri-lane versus tri-lane benefits Bloodseeker on mid, because if they make some action, he's gonna get a lot of damage and move speed from the Thirst.
Yep.
in response to this rotation,
I can't hear you at all, Jack. Nope. Can you guys hear him?
Yeah, I can because I'm sitting next to him.
Okay. Nah, you're dead. Your mic. I would check your mic or something. It sounds like his mic is not working at all. So I'll just kind of take over until you're able to spout out some words right there, Jack, my boy. Sorry about that.
Yep, we do see. Yeah, but Sammy Boy against Pugna. Obviously, Bloodseeker. It's range versus melee, but the melee hero has a little bit better time. Of course, he can self-heal himself. He might get blasted. Here we go. They're going on bottom. Get a jump down. Pretty long-range stun, but GPU Master going to throw out that stun. He is going to get handled, but BSJ just going to get frozen. Will they have enough hits to take him down? They do. Ritsu draws first blood, and they're still in a little bit of trouble. Flea could come back, but looks like they're just going to farm. Yeah, and that's a little bit of a rough thing. And look at this. He's actually middle. We see Sammy Boy diving, but won't get the kill. But he should be able to just farm back up. Flea can't do anything to him.
Welcome back, Jack. It's nice to hear you again.
Thanks, guys. All right, I'm back. And what did I miss? First blood, no problem. That would have missed it anyway.
I didn't miss it.
We saw, don't worry.
As Sammy Boy
Oh,
and Flea
Bloodseeker's gonna dive.
kind of flirting with each other here, and down goes Flea. Got a little bit too frisky there and ate that silence from the Bloodseeker, and that will even the score back at 1-1 here.
Yeah, that's a very strong middle hero that can just run at you, especially Earthshaker early when he doesn't have the stuns. And safe lane Snake King because this is getting so much fun. He's actually just beating Jenkins' ass right now.
Yeah, he's got that point up in the Drunken Haze. Got that 70% miss chance.
It's
Yeah,
ridiculous.
he needs to get a region item, either Flask or Tango's, whatever, because he's standing on a half HP. He does not have a high HP region.
wow.
So Bloodseeker.
Whoa! Oh, you saw it. Now that reality rift minus armor with the chili fingers, like watch, they are just gonna pummel this guy down. Ooh. Jiminy Jillikers.
Jiminy Jillikers.
The struggles in
That was off Pinocchio 4, I guess. I'm not sure.
I don't know. The E from AA is just really, really good with Chaos Knight.
The struggles in that top lane continue for Leviathan, and one of the weaknesses maybe not the best hero for catching up either if you're the Monkey King.
Yeah, you need to have that advantage in the lane, just bully someone. Ideal lineup would be 1 versus 1, maybe 2 versus 1. So probably against a melee hero. Right now, Monkey King just sitting on top of the trees, leeching XP, not farming at all, but it's sitting on 9 CS. That's not what you want to have.
I think that's one of the reasons that teams initially strayed away from playing him as a core, because the hero does have some issues potentially with farming. He kind of needs like items to secure that.
Yeah.
Or needs to be picking up kills. So if he's not getting anything in lane, he's not going anywhere near his Battle Fury, then he becomes less of a threat to either kill or flash.
Oh, he's in trouble.
There's the Rupture coming onto the Pugna. Flea is going to TP in, but it's not going to be enough. Kicked while Ruptured, so a nice rotation there, as they do have a ward over there as well. Do Leviathan. And this VGJ ward you see on the cliff is just a little bit too far to cover some rotations from the tower. So
And
we'll see rotations from the shrine, but not directly from the tower itself. So nice play there coming out from Leviathan.
Yeah, kick wall ruptured. I mean, kind of a meme, but it actually does a ton of damage early game for sure.
Really does.
Yep. See how BSJ has to hide deep in the trees?
Bottom lane,
If he gets cut,
Panda is gonna... Ooh, nice.
It's the
He
split
actually
off.
pulled the ulti off.
he might get
And
the kill
will be
here.
enough to kill Jenkins. Jenkins taking a lot of damage here.
Whoa.
Waiting for the boulder to come back. There it is. And Fire Panda needs one more swing. Down goes Jenkins. The Earth Panda is going to run a little bit now as
Nice
Heroes in pursuit. And it looks like, well, there's
They
a
have
vision
a vision
provided
on
by
him.
the Bloodseeker. How much
Miss.
can work can his
Miss.
passive do? No, that's going to do it there.
Well, the thing why he didn't die with Brewmaster is because he had Mango, and he brought some
Okay.
Tango, so he had enough mana to actually pull the ulti off.
BSJ is going to get clubbed in the face once again top with Ritsu pairing up with Stanking there on that kill. So Bloodseeker's going to grab a haste. So it looks like Bloodseeker's going to have to determine a lot in this game. He's going to have to set the pace, it seems.
Doesn't have mana for rupture at the moment. Oh, sucky,
Oh.
with the fissure. It's blocked in. They get him.
What a block.
That was perfectly placed by Flea, the man himself.
Snaking on the bottom lane, no ulti. BSJ just TP'd level 4,
He's
pretending to be a 3.
Oh.
Yeah, there's gonna be any
Well, they already know there's
reinforcements here.
TP's
Snaking
middle, so
tries
no
to
one can
cut
get
the
here.
tree. He's got the clap down now,
Jingu
and
procs.
the stun is going to miss here. So dangerous position from Snaking, but they've got to be careful here. Reinforcements coming in. Another nice stun coming out from Flea. Is it enough to freeze Jenkins? No, but it looks like he might just get run down here. No Drunken Haze out just yet.
No mana on
Pursuit continues
Earthshaker, 6 sticks, but
Heroes
6 seconds
closing in from both
cooldown.
sides.
Oh,
BSJ
man.
still waiting up in the trees. In comes the Bloodseeker to get Snaking. He does not have his ult. He's making a good last stand here, but in comes Leviathan. In force, they're going to get Stand King as well, and VGJ forced to retreat and lick their wounds. So nice rotation there coming out from Leviathan.
That was, I feel like they wasted a little bit of time up on that Panda, but then they pick him off finally and the AA, so definitely good rotate, and it's not like he's going to do anything top, right? Like, he just can't go top anymore on BSJ.
Yeah, he needs to find some kind of farm. This was a good rotation. He's sitting on 0 and 3, level 4, 8 minutes in, not the ideal scenario. On the other hand, Ritsu, level 6, with a Chaos Knight, almost taking the tower down.
Yep.
Was forced to use a Phantasm.
But still full mana with the raindrop. Mangoes. He's going to have an armlet soon.
And he's not being contested at all. So if you're VGJ, your other lanes have to be a little careful because you know that they're kind of just not messing with Ritsu anymore for the time being.
When you're playing against Bloodseeker, you need to have one guy who makes Earn, Tranquil Boots on your supports like AA, Earthshaker.
Now this Bloodseeker picks up another kill here. Shades of almost Fnatic, I want to say, when they put QO mid on that Bloodseeker or PL or PA, just kind of empower him to take fights and play around him.
Yeah, it seems like they're just really trying to take a lot on the Pugna. He's definitely the most frail and feels like one of the easier targets here for Leviathan. So for what they can't get on the other lanes, they're just taking it out on him in the mid.
This tower top feels like he's been smacking it for an eternity, and finally down it goes to Ritsu. As we look at the items here, he is going to be going for that armlet.
Level 4 Reality Rift, so whoever he drags in is going to have no armor. BSJ dies bottom, it looks like.
I missed that one. It's all good.
Sorry, we switched to Jack's camera.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we got used to that.
They're looking to take revenge here. The wraparound actually coming from behind with vision for them on the Dire.
this
3
Pugna.
arrows you see moving towards this 4 Pugna and the Earthshaker. Earthshaker is there, able to help, but is it going to work in time? No, he's just going to end up not removing himself, but BSJ up in the trees sees him, so he's going to have to fight anyway. And again, another rotation and force here by Leviathan to pick up some kills.
Yeah, this Bloodseeker is making a lot of space for his team. He's pretty much all over the place.
What is he
6
making
out
space
of,
for?
For, I don't know, there's a Nerd Spirit on top farming.
Gotta get, there's Spirit's trying to get to level 6, get that Magnetize online so he has some pungent team fight available, but
Why are they not ganking the Chaos Knight? Feels like they could do one of those 4-man rotations and take him out. Look at, he's pushed all the way to the tier 2. Maybe they'll finally go for some here. I mean, he's really jacked, of course, but he's not in range of a tower to TB to.
They need more people. They need probably a Rupture to kill him as
Looks
well.
like middle lane, there's a bunch of heroes about to square up.
Yeah,
I'd better
looks
get
like
over
might
there.
break out here soon. They go on to the Bloodseeker, And it looks like he might get frozen. Yes, he will go down here, giving up that
He's
streak.
sucking, though.
The stolen lifesteal there from the Rubik is going to get the return kill on Snaking. A nasty surprise there for him, but he's going to get blasted down as well. So.
Sorry, you did miss that solo. You were looking for that solo kill. You did get new Sham. Of course, you move away,
The
but
second I moved to mid to check out the action, yeah, Ritsu, of course, somehow turns it around.
Jenkins keeps faking the
takes
stun.
him down.
Oh, there's the real Echo Slam coming out from Fleet. Down he goes. Nusham's coming in, but is he too late to this party? It looks like he's going to be able to
taking the
disengage for the
stun.
time being. Fleet has got stun up real soon. He moves a little bit faster than Nusham, but not fast enough to set up the enchant totem.
Yep.
The way Nusham goes. Bottom back to the action. BSJ has to run into the trees now. Snaking. He's got the Quelling Blade, so if he suspects, he hears that rustling up in the branches, he can just cut down the nearest tree, but BSJ is going to skitter away now. Again, it's really hard to recover from Monkey King in this position. He didn't get the matchups he was looking for, and he's not really going to get to farm his way back into it. He has to look for kills.
Yeah, he needed to skill ulti as well. Maybe try to fight into ultimate. Bloodseeker, Blood Rage, with Blood Right.
Possible
Maybe cast it
armlet
on,
toggle kill top.
on Monkey King. Oh, he missed the first spell.
yeah, but he gets it. And that's a huge solo kill there for Slayer. Now there's going to be a big initiation bottom. BSJ is going to get attacked. Nice stun, but it misses before the Panda can get his ulti off. And now it's not looking good for the Nyx Assassin. He is dead.
And kind of some misplays there. I think the Leviathan were looking to kill blow up Sand King, but Sand King had just de-warded this high ground area with the Sentry Ward. So he saw the Nyx on him, and then Sand King was trying to assist his ally, I think, with that ult that he cast, so didn't hit those two immediately. They kind of botched their kill, and then in came the help for VGJ.
Monkey King missed the Boneless Strike, so they could just kill and go out. Ulti wouldn't hit them, they would be fine.
Another key point here is the towers right now are essentially pristine for VGJ. They're just... even Leviathan's lineup has been equipped to take these skirmishes and fights, but they don't have much in their lineup in the way of objective taking.
Yeah,
so
no good tower hitters, really, unless you get a jacked up Bloodseeker to right-click it down.
So,
They need to take a fight before they can take some towers.
and here we go. Smoked by the Dire. Let's see.
yes, she is going to scout out the contingent of people lying in ambush right here. In comes Nusham. He's going to miss the roll, though, so Sand King will be able to get off his ult. Even if he dies here, he's done his job in this fight. In come the reinforcements. Down goes BSJ. The rest of his team look like it's soon to follow here. The drain coming out from Pugna is not going to get Nusham in time, and so Nusham will escape by the skin of his teeth for the time being. And the backlines here are just being cleaned up by the other heavy hitters, and Ritsu isn't even at this fight right now. So Flea is going to unload onto Jenkins, who does not have his ult. Stun hits one, so it's not going to be enough to get him away. Here comes the clap. Jenkins about to be polished off momentarily. Will the Bloodseeker be able to get revenge? Oh, there's going to be the Soul Ring TP there coming out from Snaking. A nice play there, and Sammy boy, Slayer's got to be careful because Sand King is back to life to participate in the second round of this fight. Nice combo there, and good rotations are coming out from VG to answer the threat. And again, Ritsu's just been having himself a happy time up top too.
Yeah, that's the fight without Chaos Knight, and once again AA with a big plays, hitting a two-man ulti before he dies.
It's looking tough. This is a lot like the first game, right? Like, it's not like VGJ's running away with it, but they get a lot of these like good counter kills and they just farm up. Like, it's a lot different than the first two series. They seem to be playing a more methodical game.
Jenkins stalking Flea here. He's going to wait for help to come in from Earth Spirit, but Flea senses it. He did have a ward over there as well, giving him vision. What a play. And Francis Lee kind of touted as one of the more talented 4 players in the scene. Depends who you ask, I guess. And he's been showing that these 2 games. Very on-point Earthshaker play.
Yeah, both games, Mana Boots, Magic Wand, 15 minutes in, he's going to have a Blink Dagger ready as well.
That's the 15 almost minute Midas on CK after the armlet treads. Why not? I mean, he's not having to come to fights. He can. Just going to farm up, because that hero definitely can't flash farm, so the Midas is good to keep up levels.
Maybe he could have gone for Echo Saber. There's a Wukong
Is gonna
command ulti.
The scramble to get out of that ult radius before it claims too many lives. And a couple of heroes will bite the dust. Ritsu does manage to kill BSJ on the backline. The fight is continuing with the Brewmaster taking on 3 enemy heroes at their shrine. Not sure about this, as help is coming in quickly for VGJ. There is the Tornado, the Cyclone rather, coming out from the Brewmaster, but Jenkins is going to go invis, and that might end the threat. In fact, it might set them up for a counter initiation here. Stun coming out onto Ritsu. Other heroes still a safe distance away. There's the Rupture and the Silence coming out, and VGJ looks like they can't hold the line here much longer. Down goes Ritsu, and just perhaps a bit too over-aggressive there on the pursuit from VGJ.
The no vision killed him. If they killed that Nyx, that wouldn't have happened, but with no vision, can't do it. That's a big kill.
Yeah, the problem is that Monkey King is so underfarmed. What is he sitting at? Oh,
he's second.
Yeah,
to last.
He's the second to last.
That worked.
Yeah,
He's bitten the dust 7 times this game. It has not been an easy game for him.
Yeah, it's his best item to develop.
And Sand King is going to get brought down here. And it really does feel like a bit of an MVP QO type of lineup here for Leviathan, where they're just constantly fighting, and even their objective taking depends on winning fights. There's a big crit coming out here from Ritsu as other heroes are coming into the back. The flank is in. Rubik is going to go down. The other Leviathan heroes are still kind of huddled here for safety, but some of them may not have TPs because they just came in. Oh, there it is. They're going to be able to get away.
Barely missed that stun from Flea. The blind stun almost stopped Sammy Boy's TP.
if they want to win a fight, they need to fight around Monkey King's ulti with Blood Right. Just try to zone them out with these 2 spells. Also, when Bloodseeker finishes Radiance, it's going to be a lot easier, but he needs also a BKB right after that.
Yep.
Well, the thing is, Leviathan needs to focus so much in the fights. They can't focus the Panda because he's hard to take down. They need to focus Pugna Ward, clear the CK illusions. They need to not be in the same place against Earthshaker with a Blink Dagger.
I think he accidentally enchant totemed. Stunned him up, gonna get the ulti. Oh my goodness, he somehow gets this kill.
Yeah, ult is gonna come down. It's gonna hit BSJ, and that's gonna be the end of him. Jenkins might be able to escape here as, yeah, I'm not gonna look for him, so.
Wow.
Strug City for the Monkey Man right now, for sure.
Yeah, BSJ is having. We talked about how Bryle was going to have a star performance, you know, show off. BSJ kind of the same way, and it's going a little bit tougher on him for sure. I mean, he's put in a tough lane. Let's not pretend like CKAA plus an Earthshaker is any sort of easy. It's not.
Plus that whole bounty room fiasco at the start, you could tell that they were determined to get him that early PMS, but that was not happening. And fully utilized by VGJ bottom lane. Snaking moving in on Sammy, but Sammy TP's out.
You can, like, right when they TP, if you ulti immediately, you can get, like, a stun or tornado off, but you have to, like, be the task king. Yeah, exactly. It has to be instant. Didn't want to risk it.
Yeah, he had a choice there. He either had to commit to it immediately and use it right then and there, but without knowing how the fight would develop. As Leviathan are gathered up here in force in the Radiant Jungle, looking for maybe a favorable pick
smoke, but Snaze, I don't know if he was hit by the original smoke and then it
I think it
came off
barely, yeah. Maybe not though. Doesn't feel like he's like, yeah, I'm still smoked up, just running with the team. I'm with you guys.
Radiant are scanning.
That's the normal downhill.
So
Jenkins, they need a gem.
Scan reads for Radiant. Snake jumps
know
right
that
up
there
there.
are people there. In comes
What
Snake. And Matt, mention the difficulty of taking a fight here. Like, VGJ has a couple of big cores and a lot of counter initiation surrounding them as well, and a lot of fearless frontline. If you're Leviathan, it's kind of hard for you to really frontline effectively with this lineup.
Now we see just Ritsu sitting middle, killing creeps, frontlining, trying to take towers. They don't really have the best tower taking, but I mean, when you sit 5 and you're out farming the other team, it's not bad.
What they can do on Leviathan side, cast Blood Rage on Earth Spirit, who has a Blink Dagger. That ult is going to do so much damage.
Here we go, they're going on BSJ. I believe they're just going to probably take him down pretty easily here.
I think BSJ should just switch to position 4 right now, just buy the wards for his team.
Yeah, let Nusham get like an Ags or something, kick people into your found, try to win it. Oh boy, these illusions are going in right now.
The illusions will be able to kill Master Kenshiro as just
Flea's in trouble and help is on the way, man.
Gonna go on Flea again. That didn't work so well the last time they tried to do this, but to get the silence off this time, the A blast will just miss the mark. And with the rest of their team out of safe range, Snaking is gonna get ulted here. Just have to be careful. He does not have his ultimate.
Damn.
There's the
Kick him in the nuts.
Is
yeah.
it going to be enough?
Damn.
And there's kind of
There's
the
a
combo.
lot of gold. Yeah,
That was
Jenkins.
cute. That was a cute little play from Leviathan. I like that.
Oh, Orb venomed up. He's dead. Overextension again, like you mentioned. They did that in the first game as well. They just overextend on some kills.
Jack, please control your team.
Are scanning.
Nice surge coming forward there from Leviathan as they're able to punish some overaggression.
Almost has a BKB now on Ryo.
BSJ looks like he's going to go for that catch-up Midas. So, not sure when that's going to come online. but
As
there's
opposed to the
a
mustard Midas. I
A
know.
lot of catching up and a lot of Midasing to do as Ritsu blows up Sammy Boy here. On the Bloodseeker, and there's the stats item starting to come out for the CK. He already has that Midas up with the armlet, going for that Lincoln Sphere, and it'll only get more and more difficult to handle beyond that as well. This Monkey King just does not have the itemization to be able to counter CK as people had hoped he would.
Monkey King wants to get back into the game with a Midas. Maybe I don't know. Purge would have been a better choice, just to burn the mana for Panda, CK, deal with the illusions, just have some extra damage. Or they think they have enough to defend the base with Boundless Strike, maybe Bloodseeker, Bloodright, Rubik as well.
And now that he has his BKB on Pugna, as well as Ritsu as well, like 300 away from the Lincolns, they might just group up, take that last tier 2 bottom and middle. I guess there's 2 of them left, but why don't you just go into Roche? Oh, and they have the vision with that ward. He'll get frozen for sure, but they need more vision now.
Dang. Well, they got him. Little Jenkins weaseling around trying to just get some intel or hopefully set something up, whatever the way. He gets punished because they have that sentry ward there, prepping for a Roche, so we'll turn it into a +1. Damn.
Roche might go down here. Jenkins, maybe a bit of a subplot slightly of revenge here, as it was Jenkins and Team Red that beat that Team Freedom for their first and only loss of the group stage during the TI qualifiers.
Yeah, cost them TI.
Could say that they were the gatekeepers in that sense. That and, Jenkins, known for being kind of a frisky player, like he has very unconventional style and reads on some heroes. He moves around quite a bit to establish vision and try to start fights.
I can't believe you. I mean, I can agree completely. He's super frisky. One of the most frisky players I've ever seen.
Cast with him, just watch out. Just on land, that boy, he's frisky.
He's just frisky. You better watch out, Jam. About to get frisky. Oh yeah, I have to do something to you this game. We'll see. It's not dirty. It wasn't. Oh, Ritsu just blows up somewhere. Oh, he's just. Why is he there? He isn't. Oh my god, look at that farm. Once again, this isn't even a flash farming hero, and he's just 3,000 above the next closest person on the net worth chart.
Yeah, outside of him taking heroes and objectives, like you farm creeps like 1 at a time.
Yeah.
Still, even on this guy.
Good BSJ trying to cut creeps here to stall the push mid, as Ritsu does have about 15 seconds left up on his Phantasm, so it's going to take some time before he can ult, but it is going to be very difficult to deal with those, and they're going to have to use keeping the creeps out of the base as their main defense.
He needs to be careful about the mana burn from Nyx.
He's getting silenced.
He's got Lincoln's. Sorry.
They're just going in. Nice boundless strike to stop. Now they're going to stun and a silence. Uh-oh, he might be in trouble here.
Nope, there's the counter initiation coming in from Flea. Down goes 3 Leviathan heroes, and he gets the ult off as well. And looks like the dam has finally broken here as a VGJ rushing up onto the high ground. There's a kick from Nusham, but it's kind of just desperation at this point. I'm not sure if they have what's left in their kit to defend at this rate, unless some heroes start buying back. This mid lane looks like it will be taken down by VGJ. So, nice initiation there. And that's another one of the things of having the Brewmaster. You can kind of fearlessly jump into any situation. If you do try to kill him, you basically have to be super precise and on point, or a second round of counter initiation comes in, he gets his ult off again.
They were so close to killing him. He popped the ulti with, what, 100 HP, but good Echo Slam from Earthshaker, who had a Shadow Blade, so he could position himself. Yeah, you're going down, baby.
Could be the beginning of the end here. Oh, no, they say that they look to be taking it patient, and they will backpedal out.
Regular ward, not a sentry.
Stun is going to hit both targets. Remember, Ritsu does still have his Aegis, so it's going to get popped right now, and it looks like he's going to be left behind here. Down goes Stanking. Not much left in the toolkits. It's Ritsu versus the world. Is he going to get the stun off? Is he going to... nothing left in the kit for Ritsu as he manages to TP away from a 4-on-1.
He got a 3-second stun on Jenkins. If it was a 2, they would have got him.
Picking up the Shadow Blade as well.
Yeah. He likes that. Yeah, he almost says Silver Edge. 2,000.
Yeah, I don't know. This Monkey King is not doing anything the whole game. Like playing with one less hero, to be honest.
Yeah, he's in full try to catch up mode, outside of just using the utility of the Monkey King in any of these fights, but can't really hang at the moment just because of how far behind he is.
Can't really blame him considering what he had in his lane.
Yeah, they put him in a tough situation. They roam so much middle. Ritz is just killing everyone on the map by himself now.
Yeah.
Usually when you see maybe in pubs more as snaking is going to go down with cores getting Shadow Blade because it puts pressure on the opposing supports and you can get these kind of solo pickoffs. Like that's kind of the position that Ritsu finds himself in right now. As BKB is also up on 747, so a little bit less afraid of kind of the combo stuns. If you look at the instant kind of reliable disables, there is quite a bit on Leviathan, but once that BKB comes down, it's a lot harder to chain those together.
Also Earthshaker with a gem and the Shadow Blade. That's a double Shadow Blade build on VGJ.Storm. So these supports need to be really careful. Also Nyx Assassin can't provide that much info.
Oh. Still, it's a long
the TP
TP,
animation.
I
It
think.
sounded like it finished, and Sammy Boy probably going to go down shortly here.
That was close.
Yeah, Flea actually missed the
Yeah.
enchant totem, so it looked like he was about to get away.
I think they both tried to TP to the tier 2 tower, so it was longer for him.
Yeah, exactly, too. I was like a mix of... I even gasped. I was like, he missed the stun. And this TP is just way too long right now.
Yeah, but now. Yeah, you just look at the net worth chart. 3 of the top 4 are all to make that. Even Earthshaker's higher than Monkey King. This guy's pretty jacked. And Ritz is just
Stopping
clamoring for
on
everyone.
Stand King here. There's the big Echo Slam coming out, but he's already been A comboed as well. Some of these heroes are going to die for sure, but it just depends how much Leviathan can get in return as down goes Stand King. Flea is still kicking. Ritsu is chasing Jenkins around, and it's going to Leviathan. They're going to have to
The
move
damage
away.
from CK.
5 hits.
No crits. Still kills him in 5 hits, yeah. Yep. And
To the
that's-
top.
It's going to be another Rax, it looks like.
So how come no mask on CK? Mask of Madness for CK in melee core.
You know,
Doesn't
it's
benefit
not,
the illusions.
It's not
Yeah.
his item. Echo Saber if he wants to go for that.
Okay.
Mana regen, just double hit. He can
I'm just
farm,
curious.
might just be a
farm it
Ritsu
up.
thing, too.
He doesn't have even mana to cast Mask of Madness. And the spell plus Reality Rift cooldown is 6 seconds. No synergy between these two.
Fair enough. As they go to take out the shrine, it's going to be the other VG members who hit the shrine themselves to rejuvenate, and they're not really stepping off too much here. It looks like they're going to be going to maintain the pressure and hopefully go for closure here.
Yeah, they're fine. Like we said, they just slowly suffocate them out. They were at a 12K lead, now they're at a 17K. They don't need a push. They don't have to if they don't want. Just going to slowly put hands on Dire.
Key items up here for the core Pugna as well. He's got the Aether Lens and the Aghanim Scepter. And just kind of just trying to close out the game now if you're VGJ. If you're a Leviathan and you're licking your wounds, what are you thinking at this point? What are some things that you can take away from this game that maybe go forward into the rest of this tournament? Because it is a long slog through this event.
Okay.
All right, absolutely.
All right.
I'm the
Grant,
king. I don't have to talk if I don't want.
you don't want to talk?
Well, I thought he was talking to Lacoste.
He can do whatever he wants. He's the king.
Here's an Oakland
Lady King.
Athletic. Jack.
Jack?
I asked what they could do going forward, but you know, this might be the last fight of the game here. BSJ is going to buy back. They weathered the initial aggression pretty well here, and the heroes buying back on both sides right now as Leviathan are running back towards this middle route away from a very aggressive and angry swarm from VG.Storm, and here they go from behind. Ritsu is going to pull in Sammy Boy. That's going to be the end of him. And Leviathan heroes falling left and right all over. GG is called there by BSJ.
And he goes godlike 2 games in a row. All right.
Hey, it wasn't 20 minutes, though.
It wasn't 30, and they just look like more of a team, right? That's what it feels like. They had a plan, win top lane, just completely ruin BSJ's game, and then when your Bloodseeker is the only person in top 5 farm on your team,
You know something is wrong, huh?
you can't solo carry a game as Bloodseeker. He did a lot of work. Sammy Boy actually had a really good game. He created space, but like I told Lacoste, he didn't create space for anyone. No one was farming. He was doing everything at once. So, what else is there to say? That's what I'm going to ask Jack.
Do we want something either in terms of, because I think my mic is maybe going out again.
Yep, can't hear you, Jack.
Either space or objectives, and neither of those were really accomplished too much. I'm not going to do that like that.
Are you coming back? Can't really hear you now. Can we hear you now?
Well, what's wrong is, I don't know, the picks once again for the second game. Pretty bad for Team Leviathan, I must say. Plus the laning stage, VGJ.Storm just read that really well, placed the lanes how they wanted.
Yeah. Dakota, what would you say? What could Leviathan have done better, ye common folk?
It's hard to because I want to jump on the drafting bandwagon Lacoste did, and like I was saying, it just feels like every time I watch Leviathan, they got to try to add in that fun little something.
It feels like that.
And sometimes it works, and it used to work so much, but lately I feel like it just leads to more heartbreak and stuff. Again, BSJ, he'd been playing the hero a lot. I know he can work the hero well, but he was just put in a situation of this game where instantly VG recognize what's going on, and they go there and they just don't even let him have a chance to breathe, to really come into fruition as a Monkey King.
Yeah, but the thing is about Monkey King, you can't just blame the laning stage. You can't have 11 deaths on a carry hero. He's the most hero on his team that died. 11, check the others. 8, 5, 8, 7 deaths. That's just too much.
What's that, Jack?
What is that, Jack?
What, Jack?
I just hit him with the whispers. No, yeah, for sure. It just feels like I actually go with Dakota. They're trying.
Looks like we're checking out the standings right now for after day number 1, so you can see the results for all the matches after today.
Which is pretty crazy. No 1-1s actually at all. There's just
no 1-1s. It's been 2-0 shutouts.
Only 2 teams haven't played. 2 maybe the favorites, Digital Chaos and Complexity. They're still looking in, and maybe a surprise up there with Iceberg, even Infamous, both at 2-0s.
Well, yeah, all 3 series were kind of stompy.
Yeah.
Pretty decisive both ways. Oh, I'm back.
I'm actually super
welcome
surprised,
back. Just in time to probably get us to wrap things up for this series and set us up for the. Oh, my goodness!
Oh, that
would actually be
the king here has decided to graciously bring on another king, Stan King. I believe he's coming in here shortly to talk to me.
This is something we're gonna just to orient the folks a little bit. This is something we're gonna try to do after every series. We're gonna try to talk to a player from one of the teams. If it's a 2-0 or a 1 series, we'll try to talk to him. So up here we've got on the call Stan King, the captain of VGJ.Storm.
What up?
And well, when he's ready, we'll have a quick chat with him.
Yo, Stanley, you there, my man?
Hello?
Oh, I hear you. Hey, what's up, dude?
How are you?
I'm pretty good. How about you?
Good.
That's good. Are you guys are at a LAN center right now, right?
No, we're at a LAN center right now.
How's that going for you? You just 2-0'd a team, Leviathan, BSJ's team. Are you feeling confident, cocky, what?
It's kind of starting out, so we know we still have stuff that we gotta improve on. But it's nice to be able to win some games.
That's good. I mean, talking about that, I think the biggest thing, it's not even going to be about your game. How do you feel about seeing a PPD's team get 2-0'd by Infamous? Were you surprised by that?
I mean, all these teams are just starting out, so no one has any idea what they're doing basically. So it's kind of not really surprising that sometimes people lose when they're trying stuff out or figuring stuff out. But they have some good players on that team, so I'm sure they'll bounce back.
That's good, man. You're sounding. I mean, sometimes I've talked to you. You sound a little happier after a win. You're not too happy after this win, or what?
It was okay. It wasn't that bad.
All right. All right. Well, I appreciate the call. And do you know any big shout-outs? Your big announcement today actually just happened, so congratulations on that.
Yeah.
To VGJ. So we're just part of their work now.
Yep.
Pretty exciting time for us to be able to I guess before we weren't really like I've never been sponsored before except by Freedom, which is like kind of a half sponsor.
Yeah.
Now this time it's like a full like year-long kind of endeavor. So kind of excited to be able to have like people in the world, like organizations and like people who believe in you and to help you achieve what you want to do.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, and as we said, you're already boot camping, you're getting ready to go. You know, any chance you guys don't drop a single game in this tournament?
There's a chance.
It's a chance. That's what I like to hear. You know, you got to be confident, Stan K. I need that confidence, that old Stan K. You know, I'm not losing to any. I actually don't think you've ever said that. But, you know, I appreciate taking your time out here and, you know, just good luck in the future because you guys are going to need it.
Thanks, Grant. Appreciate your support.
Anytime, Stan. You know, seen you since the beginning. You're a great guy, so I appreciate your calling. Bye.
Bye.
And that was Stan King. By the way, he didn't sound too happy because I don't allow happiness on this team. So
Well, maybe because you joined their team,
that
Jack.
might also
Maybe
be
that's,
as well.
that's
Yeah,
the reason.
they were as hype as your casting.
Depressing.
So.
No, yeah,
Well played.
It's okay. You know what I'll say though is like I don't think he has to be super hype. It had almost a nice like Nat Geo BBC kind of thing going at times. Like, and as you can see, this is where the dam has broken, and they're gonna infiltrate.
Yep.
It works like that.
Yeah, definitely not. But yeah, 3-2-0s like we said the entire day, and Stan King on the side of one of them. So I'm sure they're just happy. You know, they got the first games out of the way because we didn't know we were gonna see coming into this. Right, this is the first games we've seen of actual teams. And now we kind of see where the tiers maybe are at after day one. It's interesting. So
a quick announcement, I think, before we wrap things up for the day. We do have an episode of the podcast coming up next. I believe what Hot Cox is it? That's with Hot Bid.
Wait, the one
Mr.
me and
Dakota.
Oh, okay. No, not that one.
not that
never mind.
one.
The other
Alright.
one. Yeah.
I think Grant and I are going to be on that as well. So, yeah, there's going to be some content. We're going to talk about all the roster shuffles, including the first games of which you've seen just now on this first day of the King's Cup. We'll talk about that a little bit. So stay tuned for some, fresh new content coming out from us here at BTS. And any more thoughts to wrap up this day of those?
No, I mean we're supposed to go over that panel, but it sounds like we're going to close the panel here instead. So why don't we check out the schedule for tomorrow on what you guys are going to be seeing? Same time, same place, another 3 best of 2s with the same crew here. And it looks like tomorrow, yet again, we're going to be leading in with Infamous. This time they'll be going against Iceberg, which we saw in our second series today.
2 2-0s.
So
right
we have
there.
2 2-0s already right out of the gate. Yep. VGJ.Storm will be making a return, this time against Digital Chaos SA for the second series. And to round out our day, it will be Leviathan versus the newly announced Complexity Squad.
Yep. How are you guys feeling about that? Well, they bring back some two sets of brothers again on Complexity, and then Moo, the third wheel. Am I wrong?
No, you're right.
Okay,
Well,
I was just making sure. Hello?
Them two, they brought back Limp, they brought back Jesse.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, these guys are pretty familiar with playing with each other.
Absolutely.
Will this edition of Complexity be better than the last? I don't know. Swindle, maintaining his position in the support to be able to make the calls and watch from that should be a good.
I like that.
A good boost for him, I think. So,
Yeah,
I'm optimistic for sure.
And Complexity, I think, with these guys on the roster, is the most successful stretch that they've had in the last few years. I think they were MDL. I believe they finished in the top half there and at the Shanghai Major, I think, when they came in top 6 or something as well. And that was when Swindles on stage was like, the era of NA and SEA is upon us or something like that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, these guys are, again, familiar. They've had success together. So we'll see how this team goes.
Awesome stuff. All right, guys. So, again, don't go away. We are going to be wrapping up here and heading right into a Hot Cox podcast and more content to come after this short break. We'll see you then.